Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today I'm reviewing Mayfair Witches Episode 8, the Season 1 finale. It's entitled What Rough Beast, coming to you from AMC, streaming on AMC+. So, what did I think about it, and should you be watching? Before we get into the review, get down there, hit the like on this video. Well, the finale is here. And Lasher's plan is coming together, and Rowan has accepted her place as being the witch of the Mayfair family. I guess you call it coven or what have you. But first, she's got to deal with that lone straggler, the person that participated in killing her cousin Tessa at the end of the last episode. Meanwhile, Ciprien has to figure out, how to avoid being taken off the playing field, so to speak, when it comes to helping protect Rowan from Lasher. His sister is looking for him, and that invites some not so good attention from the Talamasca. Also, at the same time, Courtland Mayfair is up to some shenanigans while his daughter's trying to figure out what exactly he's doing as far as dealing with Rowan. So all of that leads into what the hell is Lasher up to? He's talking about a prophecy. There's something going on. He's been working towards for 13 generations, and so it all comes ahead here. And I've been saying that. They've got a lot of work to do. Like, they slow walked half of this season, so they had a lot of work to do in the final episodes. And to the credit of the writers and the creators of this, they have been definitely stepping up. I mean, I understand the stuff in the book was a lot of slow walking too, but still, the climax of the book is a very much magical, supernatural, weird thing that's going on. And, they have a lot to explain. So I was wondering, would they explain? And to some extent, they really kind of, they did sort of do the legwork of explaining, like, almost straight up, just expositionally saying, all right, this is what we've been meaning to do, this whole time. We've been wondering about what the hell's the Talamasca up to, especially last time we found out that Ciprien's boss was sort of in cahoots with Courtland Mayfair to help Lasher do what he wanted to do. And we find out in this episode that it's to get a body. Like, he's literally, he's Voldemorting it up, before Voldemort, obviously. Because this story predates Harry Potter by many years. But still, he's trying to get a body. And, surprise, he's been using the women of the Mayfair family to sort of make this happen. And so I think that was pretty well explained. Hey, he struck a deal with Suzanne, and then he's just been, and what they don't say in this is that he's been sort of, making sure that there's certain people are designees and all that other stuff, because he has a particular, plan in mind to become, in this case, become a baby again, or for the first time or whatever. But we also kind of learned that, hey, he kind of helped Suzanne become a witch properly, so that she learned actual magic that she could use. We find that there's a certain special language or whatever that Lasher knows that he taught, and that Rowan knows naturally because she's the 13th witch. It's all about significant witchcraft, numerology, and all that stuff. And so it does call into question, though, where's Ciprien come into all this? And he still views this as, oh, he's gonna protect her from Lasher. But we also find out that, oh no, his boss, actually, his power, he's been erasing memories and everything like that. And he and the rest of Talamasca really want to see Lasher become, as he says, one of the most powerful supernatural beings, ever that comes to Earth. Which I have to, they were saying the most powerful supernatural being. I say we've literally seen vampires, and don't believe it. I'm just sorry. Don't believe that Lasher in his little baby form is going to be anything, uh, comparable. Maybe I guess he could do magic, I suppose, but I don't know. Well, that remains to be seen. But so we got Ciprien is he kind of convinces that he's part of the prophecy, and so hey, don't erase my memory. And I guess that makes sense, but I'm trying to figure out why the guy that's shadowing him lets him just go around. He goes to the Mayfair house and sort of uses his psychometry to figure out something that maybe we should have guessed from the very beginning, which was, I mean, hey, this might be icky to you. Just understand that in the context of the book, this is absolutely very much some shit that was happening, and that's that Courtland, set Deirdre up to essentially become the father of her child. So Rowan's dad is actually Courtland, which kind of makes it kind of makes some shit at the end of the episode kind of more in a kind of interesting and weird and maybe satisfying light. But that he not only did he impregnate her, he also had her killed so that Rowan would be the 13th witch and they could fulfill the prophecy faster. He had to deal with Lasher essentially. But so Rowan's whole thing is, this is a bit of a journey of discovery while she's accepting that she's got this power. She's accepting that, Suzanne has some things to teach her and she's learning this magic and everything like that. It becomes like she can understand this language because Suzanne could understand it because she's the 13th witch that gives her some special power. So, which I'm going to assume she's asked about that. Did any of the other designees, were they able to do what she could do? And I'm going to, she literally heals herself using Suzanne's magic, the teachings of the magic that, as she says, is in her blood. So I'm going to say that none of the other designees could do it because it seems like she's the only one that really had the power because she's the prophesied, 13th witch. Okay. Which leads to her, going through the memories, or I guess you will, or as Lasher said, down the path of her, the designees. And the child that she just conceived essentially with Ciprien grows to full adulthood because, surprise, the baby she's going to have is not really human. Like, if y'all didn't get that, spoiler alert, Lasher's body's not going to be really human because no human can gestate in hours rather than months. So, and her accepting Lasher's pact is essentially, and then consummating it, in the dream or the memory is essentially him, putting himself into the body of that baby. This all leads to, of an eventual conflict with Ciprien when it's clear that he's trying to get the baby from her, and that's she's protective and everything, and she's not going to have it, and she's got definite magical powers, and these are much more interesting powers than we saw, I think, in the book, as far as I can remember. These are a lot more Harry Potter-ish than just stopping someone's heart or something like that. But we also know that Ciprien's sister, she kind of looking for him because she has her baby, and she's looking for him. She does the wrong thing calling the Talamasca, and they essentially, come to, erase her memory, but also kind of maybe use her. We're not really sure. They kind of leave that open. And, I mean, Courtland kind of gets his kind of uppance when he takes her, takes Rowan to the mausoleum and fulfills the prophecy and everything like that. And he thinks he's going to get immortal life when she heals him, but in fact, she turns him to stone, killing her dad. I don't even think she knows it's her dad. And so at the very end of this, we're left with her taking the baby and just kind of going off saying, I'm not going to be controlled or whatever like that. And that's more or less what kind of happens in the book. And I think it's unfortunate to say that this episode left me wanting, it didn't just leave me wanting more, left me disappointed for maybe what I consider to be lost opportunity. Like it could have ended in a really awesome fashion, and it kind of I feel like it fizzled a bit towards the end, and maybe it's just because that that's not the sort of big dramatic ending that they were maybe were expecting, but just that they brushed a whole lot in this episode, a lot of the drama, a lot of the and things that Rowan were going through, and which by the way I liked her kind of fever dream memory thing, you know, that was very creepy and horror movie ish. I liked all of that stuff. I just think Ciprien was oddly not important, I guess you could say. Like, yeah, he learned some things and he revealed it to us, the viewers, but it was oddly not that important. And Courtland being a piece of crap, okay. I mean, how did you not get that earlier? Okay. And Lasher, he was cool, but like, I guess the thing is that because he had so little to do in the real world. I mean, he set a dude on fire, cool, but he just kind of was there to just to have sex with Rowan and to just walk her down the path, I guess you can say. But he wasn't particularly vital. So it all came down to how well did Rowan, present her part of the story, which I will say for the most part was pretty cool. It's just that like that ending where she just didn't want to. I understand she wanted to protect her baby and everything, but she didn't want to see reason and shit. The Talamascas, they're the devil or whatever. She just killed her dad or her uncle, and she's just gonna go and do her own thing. I kind of wish I liked the ending better. I suppose is what I'm saying. I think this isn't a bad episode. I actually think it's quite good in many ways. It just kind of fizzled at the end, and I wish it had not. But overall, for the series, I'm not mad I watched this. I thought it was pretty cool. I think they can do a lot more because Taltos, the second book, is very cool. And there's some many characters that are interesting. Lasher and Rowan, the baby's gonna grow up and everything, and it's kind of nutty. So I'm actually looking forward to the second season. I just don't want them to slow walk anymore. That's it. Just no slow walking. And I hope that they give Ciprien a lot more to do. Yeah, I think it'll be very interesting. And there's some stuff. Just trust. There's some stuff going on there that's going to be kind of blow people's minds. So, but overall, I thought the episode was good. Not great. Not a great season finale, but it was good. And I like the show overall. So anyway, those are my thoughts on this episode and this season. What did you guys think about it? What did you think about what I had to say? Get down to the comment section. Leave your thoughts there. And, of course, you can always hit me up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or @supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. And do me a favor, get down there, hit the like button on this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell. All that good stuff helps with the algorithms. More people see this channel and these videos. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me. Come back to the channel, got plenty more reviews. Until then, I've been Mo the Poupée, your resident fabricant and comment extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.